I told you last week that I'd share some wins with you. Let me give you two. I've talked to a rookie youth pastor again this week out there on the West Coast, and he said to me, I watch every Sunday night. I take the notes down and I send my leaders an email of some of the things that you talked about. And so, man, I love that. And then secondly, I talked to a young leader in Texas who has involved other people in doing this too, kind of invited other people too, and then included our notes, okay? Placed our notes from this meeting and sent them out to thousands of youth leaders in a group that he's in also out of Texas. So I just wanted to encourage you that this is meeting a need out there, and I'm glad it is. So thank you again. I think you know how I feel about this. For you to take 12 minutes to learn together with some of these other people, like last week we answered 3 questions live, and I saw some of the comments in that thread, kind of breaking that down. It was great because it's like a university of learning for all of us, right? When we're all in the room together. You never want to be the smartest person in the room anyway, right? So, all right, let's get to it tonight. The youth leadership meeting. And so what I want to do, I'm going to read to you 3 key scriptural challenges to you as an individual leader. Too often we do what I call Superman ministry and not super friends ministry. Superman has a weakness. Super friends have no weakness. And we're not the only ones that struggle with that. First text, okay? The first text, Exodus chapter 18. And this is Moses leading the people of Israel, and Jethro, his father-in-law, who says to him these words: if you continue to lead these people by yourself, you will surely wear yourself out and all of those who work with you. So listen to me. This is the word. And this is for us. This is not just for Moses, right? This is for us. So he says, Jethro says, listen to me. Tell the people to put together leaders, and you've heard this before, leaders of hundreds, 50s, and tens, thousands, hundreds, 50s, and tens. The breakdown of that, right? Thousands, hundreds, 50s, and tens. And he goes on and shares some more things. So that's Exodus 18. Read through that this week, okay? So keep that one in mind. And then I want you to go to the next one in Numbers 11, okay? Now check this out. Numbers 11, this is God speaking to Moses. So Jethro spoke to Moses first. Now God is speaking to Moses, and he says this: gather to me 70 of the elders of Israel. Bring them to me so that I may speak with them and you. Okay? Listen, God's not saying you go out there and do everything alone, right? He's saying you gather the people, the 70 leaders, get them together, and then I want to talk to them with you. And I'm going to take from your spirit and put it upon them, okay? This is critical because I know we don't do shared leadership very much, right? And then the last one, okay? So Exodus 18, and then Numbers 11 there, and now Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. And man, this is powerful. Listen to this exponential or viral type leadership, okay? How can 1 chase 1,000? And 2 put 10,000 to flight? How can this be, right? How can 1 chase 1,000 and 2 put 10,000 to flight? But unless the Lord does the work, okay? So that's Deuteronomy 32. Again, all of those texts, they run together about shared leadership. I'll blog them, okay? I'll blog those. And you'll see them on youthology.com, okay? And now, what I want to do here is to give us some ways to run the youth leadership meeting. One of the, we get so many questions throughout my travels, and one of the key questions is my youth leadership meeting. How do I do a youth leadership meeting? So I'm gonna give you mine, okay? Now listen, you might be thinking, man, that's not gonna work for me, and what about this? I wanna do this. Cool. This is just my learning from youthology that I'm trying to help you as a veteran, 34 years doing this, and some of you are just starting. Some of you have been doing it. I got a call from a guy in Illinois this week who's been in youth ministry about 10, 12 years, 10 in the same church and a few years in another church. And we just set up a coaching relationship, okay? Not a rookie, all right? So all of us can learn something. Here we are, okay? We gotta fly. So I'm gonna give you these specific things. You walk into a leadership meeting, what am I gonna do? So first of all, number one, bi-weekly. And this is critical for continuity. You need at least, okay, a bi-weekly meeting. Sometimes monthly is not enough. And I'm telling you, if you're only meeting quarterly with your youth leaders, that's why you're struggling in so many areas, okay? Even your programming. Listen, a presence-based or a program-based ministry, the leadership team has got to meet at least bi-weekly. And you'll listen, I know right now you're thinking, man, there's no way, we're too busy. Let me tell you something. If the meeting is worth it, nobody's too busy for it and they won't miss it. Personal experience, okay? And you'll see as we put together this meeting how valuable a value add that this meeting can be, okay? So the continuity. In each of these, I have a C, and I'll blog on them so you'll kind of see them, and they'll come up on the screen in my post-edit, in the post-production. So number one, bi-weekly at least meetings. Number two, eat together, because it's critical for relationships and team chemistry. So the first one is continuity, and the second one is chemistry. If you want that unity and that chemistry, man, you gotta eat together. So have some kind of a snack and food, and work with each other there. Third, you gotta laugh and add levity in the meeting, okay? Laugh and levity in the meeting. You don't wanna just walk into an atmosphere where, it's like the music's on, and you worship and praying, and you pull off another youth service for the leadership meeting, okay? You wanna change the culture, and so that's the third one. We have continuity, okay? Bi-weekly, chemistry, eating and relationships and all that, and then culture, which is bringing laughter and levity and excitement into the group. And then number four, share wins and stories, and the C there is context. How does context get built in hearing stories? You begin to tell a story of a teenager and what in their discipleship or their spiritual formation. And the rest of the youth leaders here, one youth leader talking about their student that they're over, and all the other youth leaders go, maybe I'm not doing enough, right? Or, man, I see that kid all the time. I didn't realize they're doing that well, okay? So, wins and stories that in that meeting can really spread the culture of the youth ministry. That was 4 wins and stories. Number 5, administration, event planning. In every meeting, get to the calendar. That's the C. So the administration event planning is the calendar. Critical to your excellence in being an elite youth ministry is doing calendar and event planning details. And then number 6, teach and train in every meeting. Okay, the C here is competency. We want to take the lid off and raise the level, like remove fences and raise the level of the youth leadership and the volunteers. Because if we don't raise the level of youth volunteer leadership, we don't raise the level of youth ministry. And that's where the training comes in. Let me give you some ideas for training. Sharing your vision, your goals, a topic or a theme for the month for your youth leadership training. How about resources like going through a book together or an article, sending them an article ahead of time, sending them to TED.com or over to YouTube /Jeff Grinnell to go over one of the videos in your group, right? Or have a guest. Keep a missionary guest, a leadership guest over from the church into your leadership meeting and have them speak to the leaders too. So that's that competency. Number 7, prayer and worship and presence in the meeting, and that's compassion. Let me explain this. I really believe that healthy youth leaders create healthy youth ministry. Okay? Healthy youth leaders create healthy youth ministry. Don't forget that. And so the compassion grows when we pray together. Listen, when is the last time you prayed with, worshiped with your youth leaders? Like together, interceding for the students and for the youth ministry and for the church and all that, right? Okay, number 8, individual connects monthly with your leaders. You want to have a really great youth leadership meeting? Get your key leaders, I like to call them first among equals. All of you have like 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 or whatever, right? Leaders who kind of help you lead the rest of it. Individual monthly meetings with them can really bring organization, can bring help into the youth leadership meeting, because you're not the only one coming in with a plan. You have several others who are sitting there who know what's going on and who come in also, and they give to the meeting. The meeting is much more valuable when you have individual connects monthly. And the C there is commanders. So if you're taking notes there, you'll see it on the screen when I post-product it, and it'll be blogged, of course, too, this week. All right, the last one, because we gotta go. We're at like 12 minutes already. Electronic communication monthly, okay? Listen, this might be social media, email, planning center, Evernote, Google Hangouts, right? YouTube channels, YouTube pages, Facebook pages that you have for the youth ministry team, the private pages, right? So that everything that you guys do can be shared in a monthly way too, in case somebody happens to miss that weekly meeting or bi-weekly meeting. They have communication coming from you. And you know what? I realize not all of you are paid. And that's why even more so, you need this kind of organization, because the more organization you have, the more delegation you have, okay? Organization creates delegation, okay, which creates development, okay? Organization, delegation, more people getting involved because of the organization. And when that delegation happens, you have development, right? And competencies are increased. So anyway, that's the youth leadership meeting. I know it's fast, man. We got to do these. We probably need 20 minutes to do these, but you know, I try to keep this short. So again, thank you. Please go to YouTube/Jeff Grinnell. Go to youthology.com. You can get all of this information. I'll leave these live videos up also, and then I'll post-product these and edit these and get them out to YouTube. So the youth leadership meeting, this was episode 11, Youthology live on Sunday nights. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. Have a great week, because I'm going to have a great week.